Okay, so now I have to know, will Donald Trump finish his first term? Or his term, I guess. Not first, as in there's a second. So, because I thought, well, yeah, of course he is. He didn't got that long left, and the investigation seems like it's coming to an end, but they have this whole, we've never indicted a sitting president type of thing. But I figured, like I said, they'd let him resign before they ever impeached him. And the Democrats don't control both the House and the Senate, so impeaching him is a little bit of a hurdle, even though Republicans impeached Reagan. Their strength. So we'll see. I don't know. So I just want to know if Donald Trump will finish his term or will they run him out of town? Because, like, it's a lot against him right now. And Robert Mueller is streets ahead of everything. Like, I think, this is just my opinion, I think in the first year of their investigation, they had the answers they needed. They just needed, like, a solid case. But they pretty much knew what they were looking for. Because you just follow the money. So, will Donald Trump finish his first term? Or his term. Why I keep saying first term? We shall see. Will he finish his term? I still think he will, but let's see what the tarot has to say. Will he finish his term? All his children are scared. His administration, I can't say it's falling apart because it's never really been whole in the first place. They don't really know what they're doing. Or maybe, well, they do. They're just not doing the right thing. Something they're trying to get away with. So let's see. First card. The Eight of Cups. That's not the 8. Yes, it is. It's the 8. That's abandonment. Looking for new horizons. That is... yeah. Maybe he gives up. Maybe he resigns. Like I said, I think they would let him resign before they impeached him. This is disappointment. This is also leaving behind something with regret, too. Kind of like the Six of Swords. It's like you move on, but you do kind of regret what was there and how you moved on about it. Yeah. I don't know. I just didn't think that they would impeach him. I didn't think they would find the information they needed in time, but now that I see that things are sort of wrapping up, I still don't think, well, I didn't think before this that they would. Because, of course, I think he's guilty of, conspiring with Russia in the election, because that's what they were looking at. But he's guilty of a whole host of other things, too. But, as far as the election goes, that's what Robert Mueller's dealing with. The branches of his investigation go to other people. So far, abandonment. So I think he might be out before his first term. Oh, but there's desires, wishful thinking. That's what the 9 means. It's supposed to be more contentment and joy in most circumstances. It also means greed too. But when you're crossed with, or you're crossing the 8, this isn't necessarily negative for most people because sometimes the best thing you can do is move on. But in his circumstance, what I'm asking is, will he finish his term? This is abandonment, crossed by some wishful thinking, some greed. So this is him. This is him. He thinks he's doing a good job because he has people around him, like, when he had that whole butt kissing meeting where everybody got to sit around the table and say, oh, thank you, Trump, for letting us work for you. And rant spree for talking about it's a blessing to work for you. Get out of town. 5 of Swords. Somebody's sneaking. Somebody is underhanded. Somebody is stealing. This is defeat. Dishonor. Win at all costs, but it's an empty win. So that's kind of what you had, because this is in your past. This is your base. An empty win. Sneaky, underhanded. Oh, that is you all over. Wow. I don't know why I'm surprised, but I am. I really am. The Page of Swords. Oh, bye-bye, Donald. Bye-bye, Donald. I don't think you're going to finish your first term. Why do I keep saying first? Your term. No. Well, I was going to say maybe. I say first term because maybe he won't be out and then he'll get reelected like Reagan did and then help. No. Page of Swords is news, but it's disappointing news. Disappointing or delayed, but it is in your past. But, yeah, I think you're out. You got the 8. That's abandonment. You got the 9. Your greed. Win at all costs. Empty win. Disappointment. Dishonor. Defeat. That's also disappointment. Disappointment. Greed. Disappointment. That's you. Surrounded by disappointment. Let's see what your crowning thought is, because the King of Cups. That's interesting. I don't know who that is, or why that is. Wait, I wrote down, because the court cards, they're usually people. That's how I was kind of taught the tarot, is that these are people, but they have emotional meanings to them, since they are emotional or they have elements to them. And when it comes to the cups, like the King of Cups, for instance, is sort of mature and emotionally balanced. But for Donald Trump, I don't see that being a case. Maybe that's what he wants, or again, maybe this is a person that he's thinking about. This is not, because it's not Robert Mueller. Robert Mueller is a Leo, I believe, which is a fire sign. This is a water sign. Maybe he wants someone to save the day. Maybe that's what that is. Because at his base is the defeat. And so maybe he wants someone to save the day. Oh, your problems are just starting. Every time I talk about Donald Trump, I get the Queen of Swords. Now, from what I learned, the incoming Attorney General of New York is a Libra. She is the Queen of Swords. She is going to be investigating you. Well, she is going to continue the investigation. Barbara Underwood is there now. She is a Leo, I think, or Aries, one of those. She's a fire sign. So this is an air sign. This is a Libra. And that's what she is. She's coming to get you, Donald. Almost literally. So, let's see. Let's keep going. Now, these cards, 7, 8, 9, and 10, If there's an ace here, it usually tells us a time frame. That's how I was taught anyway. So the 7, 8, 9, and 10, if there's an ace, then there's a time frame. Like there was the Ace of Cups is like from March to June, and then the Ace of Wands is from June to September, and then the Ace of Swords is September to December, and then the Pentacles is December back to March. So let's see if we get one. But this is your fear. Makes sense. The Sun is joy, positivity, confirmation. You are afraid of news at this point. All kinds, any kind. They can tell you, oh, it's a sunny day today. And you're like, oh, crap, I thought it was going to rain. You know, it's going to be like you're not in a good headspace. You want someone to save the day, but somebody's not. Because she is literally coming for you. Literally. This is your environment, resistant to change. The Four of Pentacles. This is stinginess. This is resistant to change. Clinging. Donald Trump. You're trying to fight. You're trying to hang on. You're trying to stay. You want to stay positive. Because, you know, that's why you have your rallies. That's why the people around you gave you the rallies. So that you can go out and you can be around other people who think like you, who act like you, who are going to wear your little hat and cheer for you. But it's not really helping because after you leave the rally, reality is still there. Once you leave that door, reality is still around you. So you didn't really get rid of anything. You just, you know, increased your endorphins for a little while. Now, this is your desire. What you want is an end to this investigation. That in which is probing you, you want an end to it. You're not getting it. Like I told you, it's just started. Like the part of this is not Robert Mueller. This is a completely different person. Robert Mueller is pretty much done with his part. Like it's wrapping up. He's got Flynn and Papadopoulos and all these other people. He's got a whole bunch of people he wrapped up. And your witch hunt, as you called it, he's got a whole bunch of witches wrapped up in that. The Queen of Swords is the new Attorney General coming in. She won her campaign. She's going to be investigating you. Your Trump Foundation. So your problems are just started. But like I said, I thought you were just going to pack it in and say, I'm not going to run again because, you know, I need to be there for my family and we're going through a hard time and da-da-da-da-da-da. That's what I thought you were going to say and that you were going to do. Because that would make sense because you need to go rally the truth. You know, but we'll see. Oh, there it is. Five of Swords, hardship. Hardship. Being shunned. You are out. I don't know why. I'm surprised, but I am. I really, really am. I really, really am. Let's see. King of Swords, that is you. Three of Cups, that is a relationship, that is a union, celebration, and triumph. And the Queen of Wands. I don't know who that is to you, but you feel, oh, there's Judgment. Knight of Cups. Maybe this person's coming for you then. The Knight of Cups just popped up. Like I said, I don't have duplicates in my deck, so there is probably, the King of Cups is probably the one coming for you. The Empress. And the Knight of Wands. This is going to be swift, so this is coming soon. And it is going to affect you in a way you didn't think it would. Just so you know. Be looking out for that. Because I think you are you wound easily, but you don't like to, well, I say you don't like to show it, but everybody sees that, because you act like a child when somebody says the smallest thing about you. You went on a 2-minute rant about the size of your hands. Like, who gives that? Anyway. Six of Pentacles. That is sharing sometimes. Oh, maybe not. There's the Emperor, the Moon, and then the King of Wands. King of Wands is Robert Mueller. The Six of Pentacles. Okay. So there are some judges right now in talks with Robert Mueller. He's giving them information. That's what this is sharing. He is giving them information that they did not know. And it is not going to be good for you. There is the Strength card that popped up before. I thought it was positive, so let's see what's around it. There's Strength. Seven of Wands. Successfully defending. Sometimes. It just could mean competition. Or a person that comes from like a position of power that, they can defend themselves, like they have the right tools. Page of Wands. So you are looking for some sort of counsel and you will find it. Funny thing is, as of right now, we don't see you being subpoenaed or indicted. But if you're going to find counsel, that means you are about to be indicted. Because you're already co-conspirator. You're already, what was the word they used? Anyway, you're named in other people's indictments. Burden, 10 of Wands, the 2 of Wands. It's just beginning. The 5 of Cups and the 4 of Cups. Oh, wow. But I said that already. This is going to take one hell of an emotional toll on you, more than you think it is. I can't cry for you, Argentina, because you got yourself into this position. There is some sorrow, some very just deep feeling about that. There is also some despondency. Knight of Swords. I wonder if we will get High Priestess. All your business is coming out. 3 of Pentacles and 2 of Pentacles. Yep. All your business is coming out. You thought your tax returns were, no, forget about that. We're moving on. There's dedication with the Page of Pentacles. Queen of Cups, I don't know who that is. Knight of Pentacles, I don't know who that is. And the 6 of Wands. There is a celebration or union of some sort. You're going to get a lawyer team together. Some are better than others on that. What you really need to do, well, never mind. I was going to say, just tell the damn truth for once. But you can't do that, I don't think, because I don't think your pride would let you. But you're going down, so, what the hell is the point? Who are you protecting now? Let's do one more card. The deck has some advice for you. Let's see what it says. That wishful thinking, this is what crossed you. When I drew abandonment, and then this is what came up. Your greed was the end of you. Donald Trump, the only thing I knew about you before you ran for president is that you had a lot of money. Now we know everything in the world about you. You're up that famous creek with no means of locomotion. I hope you know what you're doing.